It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a Superman review. We're talking about Superman, the movie from 2025, written and directed by James Gunn, who you know from Guardians of the Galaxy, The Suicide Squad, right? Yeah, and others.
Whichever Suicide Squad.
The good one, starring David Cornsweet as our new favorite Superman, who's been in he was in Twisters recently. He was in Pearl. He was in other things. Rachel Brosnahan, our new Lois Lane, who honestly, take her or leave her in this movie. She plays Maisel in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. She was in House of Cards. She was in The Amateur. Good actress. Then we have Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, who honestly crushed.
Yeah.
Crushed.
Absolutely stellar.
Made what's his face?
Eisenberg?
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg look like Mark Zuckerberg.
Ooh.
Ouch.
I
mean, did anyone even like him even a little bit?
Eisenberg?
I couldn't even say that. I think when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, this could be interesting, and then I immediately hated it in the movie.
Same. You might know Nicholas Hoult from his huge run of movies lately. This is his last 8 entries. The Menu.
Yeah.
Renfield. The Order. Juror Number 2. Nosferatu. And then Superman. He was also in X-Men. He plays the Beast in the young version. Mad Max Fury Road. Jake's top 16 movie of all time. Nicholas Holt's a boss, and he crushes as Lex Luthor. And then we have some other big names. Alan Tudyk plays the robots, doing a funny voice, killing it, obviously. We have Bradley Cooper and Angela Sarafian, who you may recognize from Westworld, as the parents of Mr. Kal-El. Maria Gabrielle de Faria as the engineer. I thought I recognized her from something, but looking at her IMDb, I don't know.
Same. I looked at hers and I'm like, yeah, I don't really know.
She has a face that I recognize, but it must not be it. And then Jimmy Olsen, played by everyone's favorite from The Righteous Gemstones. And IMDb put him way at the bottom. Skylar Gisondo, who played Gideon in The Righteous Gemstones. So, Superman, 2025. What are your thoughts?
So I'll preface this by saying I have not seen many Superman films. I'm not into the Superman comics. I'm on record as not liking Superman as a hero, right? I don't like the idea. He's too powerful, and to me that's uninteresting. I saw the Justice League, the Snyder Cut, and I think I saw parts of Batman versus Superman, or maybe I saw the whole thing. I don't remember.
Martha.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you saw it.
Yep. Okay. So, I loved this film. I have some small critiques, but one of the better comic book movies I've probably ever seen. Super excited to see more of this DC Gunverse. And yeah, super excited to talk about what I see as just a lot of positives for this movie.
Yeah, same. Nate?
Yeah, absolutely loved it.
Wait.
I'm really excited for the DC Studios, I think is what they called it, the new studio. Super pumped.
Nate liked this one too?
Like I said, we'll get... Yeah, I mean, there were a couple parts that I didn't like, but for the most part, I loved the majority of the movie. And definitely love this is our new Superman.
Yeah.
But I also just really love the universe that this is in and how weird it is immediately.
Yeah.
It's what
very much
should
felt
be like
a comic book.
Yes.
Yes. It's weird because some of the superhero movies have felt like comic books, but I feel like we've kind of lost that, and then they started only feeling like superhero movies, which is, I'm not saying that's good or that's bad or whatever, but just watching this one again, I was like, oh my god, this feels like a comic book. Honestly, the first time I thought that was literally just Clark and Lois in the apartment, and I was just thinking, even the cinematography of this looks like a comic. Yeah, like you're seeing things from kind of these weird perspectives, and even the sound choices, just the mundane, the I just remember thinking like it's like they're being real direct with like the onomatopoeia that you'd see in a comic book, and I'm like, yeah, even just kind of the mundane stuff of, knock 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 on a door,
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think this was made to make it feel like a comic book, and it comes through.
I think you're totally right. This is the first time. So I've seen all Supermans except for the Christopher Reeves ones, which I've heard are like the epitome of what Superman should be. But I walked out of the theater thinking this was the best comic book movie I've seen except for The Dark Knight. Like, that's how good I thought it was. And it was probably more fun than The Dark Knight. Like, The Dark Knight I think is a better film and movie and acting. But
more fun than The Dark Knight.
Low bar. It's like more.
It is interesting. I'm curious what Batman's going to be like in this universe.
I'm saying, like, who's it going to be? Yeah. I think it should be the guy who is in Reacher, that giant dude. He'd be awesome.
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's awesome. But yeah,
remember his name, but I love him.
No idea who he is. Yeah, my wife does.
Reacher.
Yeah, it's Reacher. He's 6'4", 280, and built like a brick shit house.
And he's Thad. Thad Castle.
He is Thad Castle. Yeah. I think about 15 minutes into this movie, I thought to myself, this is the first time I've ever seen Superman on film. Like, this feels like the first time I've ever seen it, because it felt like, even just in the first introduction to him, he gets punched in the mouth, he loses a fight, he's bleeding. Like, that's not something you usually see from Superman. You're like, oh, this is like you were saying, Superman gets boring because, like, he's the first superhero. You can't hit all the powers.
There's no threats to him, so there's no sense of,
you gotta have some like
maybe he's gonna lose. Yeah,
non-existent element to beat him. It's like, all right, well, no.
I think that's the thing that they really got right in this, that is in the comics, is that what a big part of what makes him interesting, like how you can actually have conflicts, how they have conflicts in the comics, is that he's always trying to do what's right. Like, the reason he gets caught in this movie isn't because he gets beat by Lex's, suit. We'll get into it. But the real reason he gets caught is because he turns himself in.
Yeah.
Because the government put out a warrant for his arrest. Like, that's something comic book Superman would do.
Mm-hmm. He's just like,
oh, well, the police have questions. I have to answer them.
He says something,
and walks into a trap.
He says something to the effect of golly gee in the first 5 minutes. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
Our little guy. Really, like, he feels like he's raised by some nice parents in Kansas that just treated him well.
I do love that the parents are just actually people from Kansas.
Yeah, just
instead of fucking
Kevin Costner
models. Yeah, Kevin Costner. Yeah. I mean, he is our most Kansas of Hollywood actors.
That's true. That's true.
I did see one comment that it was like, if Superman crash landed in Kansas today and was raised by farmers,
oh my god,
we'd have a situation.
We'd have Homelander. That's what we'd have.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, let's go through. First, I'm gonna give my rating 8 out of 10. It's my best movie I've seen this year. It beats everything I've seen that came out this year by far.
Yeah. I call it an 8 out of 10 also. I don't know that I'd put it quite there immediately, but I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. All the same.
Yeah, I actually think I'm giving it 8 or 9 out of 10. I don't agree it's the best movie I saw this year, but it is great, and it's just really fun, and it's what I wanted for a comic book movie.
Let me rephrase it. It's the best movie that's come out this year that I've seen.
Sure, maybe.
2025.
I'd say that might be. I think that might be true. I don't want to say it without looking over the list.
Oh, I got my list.
Sure.
I know. I know. Every time you have your list,
he's like, it's at the top of the list.
I need to start doing that.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's look.
But I never do. And then,
what's it near? What do you think it's near? It's below Children of Men. I know that. I have that at 9. I have Superman behind Better Man and above Bring Her Back at 8 out of 10.
All right, so you like, I feel like that's in a reasonable scale. Like you
Yeah.
threw me like, but it's compared to movies we've watched somewhat recently. They just didn't come out this year.
Right. Like
I see what you're
Honora,
going for.
Conclave, those are above
Yeah.
it. Children of Men is above it.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly. There are movies that are better, but like
Wicked-
this was fun.
Wicked's below it.
Hmm.
I had more fun with this than Wicked. I think Wicked
I agree.
Wicked has like
I agree with that.
2 scenes I really loved, and that was like the rest I can
Yeah.
kind of just do without. Okay.
Yeah.
Plot time. So, spoilers ahead. If you haven't watched this movie, what are you doing? Go see it. So let's talk about the plot. We open with, I think, okay, so I've seen some videos where people don't like the opening. I love the opening because it treats us not like idiots. We know where Superman comes from. We've seen the origin story 100 times. We don't need to see how he figures out how to use his powers. What's more interesting, and what this movie does, is he tries to figure out how to be a person. And I think that's the more interesting story with Superman. He's trying to figure out how to be like an American or a human or a person in this world of people that like aren't super. How are you a metahuman among humans? You know what I mean?
I agree with that, but mostly from the perspective of at this point I am tired of superhero origin movies, especially for a reboot. Right?
So done.
This is you're right. Everybody knows the super. I've never seen a Superman. I know the Superman origin.
Yeah.
You know,
It's Moses.
everybody knows it. So
Yeah.
James Gunn did this with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
When that movie first came out, blew me away because I'm like, we're just dropped in this ensemble cast, and it's somehow we come to love all of these Guardians, even though they're all being introduced in this movie, because that came at a time where very much every hero had their origin movie and then a second movie and then they started,
Mm-hmm.
and so it became formulaic for a while. And I agree. I think it would have been boring if we spent the first half of the movie
Oh my God.
on his origins,
I would hate it.
and instead we just get dropped in. It's sneaking ahead a little bit, but he's already been in a relationship with Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I love that choice,
And
just being dropped in the middle, and we
Nothing
can
is-
get onto something interesting.
Yeah.
Like everything is already happening.
Mhm.
Like nothing is introduced in this movie.
The
Like Lex's plot is already underway. The Justice Gang is already working. Like
I do like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people
Yeah.
wanted to see more of the setup, but I don't think it's
no.
interesting. So I don't think
I-
we needed any of that. I knew what
I
the
want to meet
stakes
the
were.
person who's mad that there's not enough setup.
I know.
Like who is that? I don't.
A couple YouTubers I
Yeah.
watch also.
Everyone knows all of this. Like there's some wacky shit that you might not recognize, but like you can pick it up. Like that's the point. Like everyone who is, I don't know, everyone who's like talking about this movie knows what the deal with superheroes is.
But I think
even
they-
if it's a new superhero.
I think they also wanted to see the beginning of this conflict specifically. Like they wanted to see him invade that country and stop them from fighting. But like we don't need that either. We've like us as, US citizens in this day and age, we've seen that so many fucking times. Like we know what that looks like. We know how the
Yeah.
world police works out.
It is. I am. Yeah, I am a little curious about that part.
Sure.
Like if you start this movie, because like yes, we jumped right in with the no origin story, but we still did have the like setup, 8 lines. I'm not grudging them, but like I don't even know if we needed that. Like if the movie had started with him just being launched across the sky, I think we could have picked up what was going on.
I think I liked it because it was like rhythmic and it built tension with like all starting with a 3. It's slowly getting to a
Any
smaller
way to do
number.
it, I
Like
thought that was cool.
that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
But like if the movie had started with, I don't know, like an army invading and Superman like kind of, if we'd have seen, I feel like they've almost filmed him like grabbing the president and like, I bet they filmed it and it made him a little too unlikable for the beginning of the movie.
I also-
and so they cut it.
I also think it makes Hot Girl cooler later on when we see her do it. If we don't see Superman do it.
Well, sure, but I mean, we could have also seen him do it and not actually like beat him up.
Yeah, true. True.
And then like have. I feel like I just said it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they filmed that.
Yeah.
And they were like, if Superman's being kind of a dick in this scene, like,
Release-
that's not the first thing we want to show people.
Release the
Yeah.
gun cut. No, this is the Gunn cut.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Another
I think James Gunn, that's part of it. Like he is on record as like loving comic books and
Yes.
loving Superman, and I think he knew the right way to like introduce us to his Superman. And the main thing is that he has to be likable and like
Vulnerable.
concerned with being good.
And vulnerable.
Yeah.
You start a Superman movie with him bleeding and getting drug off by his dog to the Solitude Fortress of Solitude. In 100% locked in already.
Another thing I saw is that apparently right up until the end, they had this movie in days, and it would cut to black and it would say day 1, and then it would cut to black and it would say day 2, and right at the very end they took out those title cards, and but you can still tell where the pauses are because it just very abrupt switches, cuts to black and then switches.
I kind of like that it doesn't.
I heard that, and it basically the point of what I heard, and it did sound right to me, is that like it does screw with the pacing a little bit. Like you can feel when it changes, and you just doesn't feel something feels a little weird. Because that is probably like my number 1 or 2 criticism of the movie is like there were some pacing issues. There was some stuff that was weird. Like it's really the characters and the world that shine through. Like as a movie, it's kind of like all over the place. Sometimes.
There's a lot going on. But
you can do. You need a strong framing device, and that was like basically they were like, yeah, he had a strong framing device, and for some reason he cut it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's Superman. Go see it. Thing rocked.
Yeah, just phenomenal. Oh, kind of side note to what we were talking about maybe before the cast, with the music. The classic Superman score, they tease it throughout and they intertwine it in different moments. You start to, and I'm like, oh, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? And then they do I can't remember when, but they finally play it at one point, and or a couple points, and I'm like, yes, there it is. But I love how they intertwined, a couple notes here and there, a couple, they sort of built the soundtrack around that, and I really liked that.
One Letterboxd review that stood out to me. Oh my God, call me Gal Gadot the way I don't know how to act right now.
Oh.
Hilarious.
I can't wait to see Wonder Woman.
Oh, they're gonna try. Any last thoughts on Superman?
I have so much confidence. Like my final thought is that I'm very excited for DC Studios.
It's crazy.
Led by James Gunn going forward.
Yep, I'm fully sold.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I think it's. Oh, God.
I was gonna say I read somewhere, and I don't know if this is confirmed, but that the Supergirl movie will open up with Supergirl is she goes to some planet with a red star so she can get drunk for her 21st birthday.
Oh, that's sick.
And that's how the Supergirl, that's like where it begins.
That's dope.
Nice.
I love that.
No, it's such a good, like, I still take issue with the thought that this is the best comic book hero movie or best superhero movie. But I'm really excited with this. Like, it feels like coming to like the real form. Like there were shitty comic book movies, and then like what Marvel really did was like with like the first Iron Man was like really ground it, which is much easier to do for like Marvel.
Yes,
they really grounded it and made it realistic and made people accept superhero movies and think they're cool and got rid of all the stigma. And then like James Gunn with Guardians of the Galaxy basically like was where they first started getting really wild with it, and they're like, oh yeah, we can just do whatever we want. And then I feel like Marvel just like went too fast into the big event movies. Like, I mean, I like Endgame and Infinity War, but like they just got the wrong idea that being weird with it just means like including everything all the time. And this movie shows like how you can just like make the world weird and just have a couple characters in your movie.
Yep.
Like I feel like they're all going to be like this. It's superhero comics always have another superhero show up. Almost always.
It's funny because that's one of the critiques I've seen of this movie is that it has the features, and they're like, this isn't even a Superman movie because it
That's
has the
idiotic.
other heroes in it.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the hate I see from it is people who want it to fail.
Yeah.
Because people,
Mm.
I don't know. I'm getting a lot of these people obsessed with Snyder versus Gunn,
Don't get that at all.
and it's like they have to pick a side and then trash on the other one. And I'm like, I don't know. Makes no sense to me. I'm not going to get into it. Just
I'm happy to
see.
trash on
see
Zack Snyder, but not why I like this movie.
Yeah. So we gave it an 8 or 9 out of 10. What is your plan once this comes out? Are you gonna buy it on physical, buy it on digital, rent it, wait till it streams? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever bought a superhero movie. It's not the kind of movie I buy.
Mhm.
But I could see myself rewatching this for sure when it comes to streaming.
It'll be on Max, I'm sure, because they own all DC.
Yeah.
It's already on that. Like,
Yeah, there's already a banner.
I opened up Max today and I saw Superman. I was like, it's not out. Like, they just wanted to. They're like showing me an ad for it.
Mhm.
No, I mean, if you buy movies, like I would buy this movie.
I would buy this
If
movie.
I bought
Yeah,
movies,
that's
I would
fair,
buy
yeah.
this movie.
Yeah.
It's fun. Maybe wait for like the Justice League box. Maybe they'll bring back box sets, or they already do.
They
They'll
do.
have like a Justice League, Hall of Justice size box. With,
Yeah.
like,
Ooh.
the first Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. I can't wait for Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, that'd be
They're
sweet.
finally gonna do it.
That'd be good.
They like teased it in the stupid Justice League.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't they? There was
Yeah,
this Martian
they
Manhunter,
did.
right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be good.
He is. Because in the animated stuff, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I do want to sneak in one little critique. If I could change anything about this movie,
Yeah.
I think there was a little too much crypto.
Interesting.
There was a little too much crypto.
There was
I agree
A
with that.
lot, but I was getting a little tired of him.
They relied on him a little too
He was
much.
basically the B story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was funny. It was funny. It was good as a plot device being kidnapped.
Mhm.
Yep.
It was good. It's great at the intro.
And him coming to do the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but like, yeah, they didn't need a couple of the middle ones of him like tearing up the place and stuff. It just wasn't necessary. Yeah. I have criticisms of this movie. Like we went through everything. Everything was love. Like there was weird pacing stuff in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't love the ending, the like speech to Lex, and it's just a little heavy-handed for me.
Sure.
It doesn't ruin my dislike of this movie, but when he started giving the big speech, I started rolling my eyes very slowly. Like, especially, and Lex too, like, I agree that Nicholas Hoult was really good as Lex, and he was at his best when he wasn't monologuing.
Yes.
Like, when he's just, like, being, like, the fight scene at the beginning completely sold me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he's just being the mastermind, and he's kind of this manic energy, and
yeah, and when they infiltrate all the best stuff, his best stuff for me was at the beginning, like when they infiltrate and he just like is cool, like that. I was trying to think of the right, not cool as in like composed.
Yes.
As he's like walking through this chaos, like total confidence, like him being a leader and being like really just the smartest guy in the room. He does it really well.
Mm-hmm.
When he starts monologuing about how much he hates Superman, I'm like, you sound kind of stupid. Like, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
And they had to get it across because, like, it is important to know how much he hates Superman, but, like, I could have used a little more show, don't tell.
Sure.
But, like, I mean, also, you got to take comic book things as they come. Like, monologuing is a part of it. Like, it's in the comics, too, even the good comics.
Very much so.
Like, it didn't make me dislike the movie, but, there's things that aren't perfect.
Yeah, for sure. So I got an 8.
Yeah.
Not a 10.
Yeah, exactly. There were also so many. I kept throwing in like the callbacks to like, even I'm not even like a superhero or a Superman comic book reader, but like if you know stuff, if you care to like know the stuff, they throw in so many like callbacks and jokes and stuff. And I forgot to say one of my favorite ones. We were talking after this about how the conflict, like the two countries conflict, is a little awkward in like our real life. Like Taylor said, it kind of reduced her enjoyment a little bit, just having like a war conflict in your fun, goofy superhero movie, because it kind of trivializes it. And I was like, the funny thing is, the first two Superman movies, like the Golden Age ones with
Christopher Reeves.
what's his name? Christopher Reeves. Like both of them, the villain is Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor's plan revolves around a real estate deal. And I'm pretty sure they included the war subplot where he gets half of the country as a joke of like that Lex Luthor's grand evil plan is doing a real estate deal.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, I wonder if they were so excited about the idea that it blinded them to the idea that like a war-torn Middle Eastern country right now isn't the best plot point.
Yeah.
The other thing that, because obviously, in our real world, the Middle Eastern conflict has gone on for what? I don't know, multiple generations.
Centuries.
Yeah. But it's only very recently been much more inflamed, right?
Yeah.
And I think people see this movie as heavy-handed for that, but I'm pretty sure with how long it takes to write and film and edit, produce, and do all this for a movie, it was just kind of honestly bad timing.
The script was finalized in
what
2023. Like it's
I don't think that
years.
it was purposely written that way.
No.
Yeah.
I think it was unfortunate.
But I mean, the odds of
like,
there being a Middle East conflict are pretty high. So maybe
just pick something else.
Yeah.
Like
I don't care.
Like they could have picked a lot of different ways.
But
I
also didn't see it as like it didn't take away anything from me. So I liked it.
It didn't to me in the movie, but like I see what Taylor was getting at. Like specifically, like I just didn't think about it, but like she said, thinking about it, and it was a weird tone. Like it was like weird tonal clash between that and like fighting a kaiju.
It's like escapism,
war and kaiju. Like
yeah. Like if Godzilla had to like go up against like Eisenhower, like don't drop the bombs, brother. I don't know if Eisenhower did it. Actually, I don't know history that well. I think he did. No, he was after.
Yeah, you're right. No, Eisenhower dropped the bomb.
Nice, dude.
And he claims to love Oppenheimer.
True. That was only 3 minutes in the movie with Gary Oldman. I remember it. So that was
like Gary Oldman dropped the bombs as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Gotham Zone. So that was Superman.
Obviously I was very optimistic seeing this. I don't know how you could see a trailer and not think this looks good.
Yeah.
Unless you just really don't like superhero movies. But yeah, it lived up. The important thing is it lived up to the hype.
Yes.
Like it lived up to what we wanted it to be.
So relieved.
I saw so many, and I see and a lot of the complaints you see are like, okay, this person's just a moron or doesn't. I saw a lot of complaints because in the trailer you see the Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern doing the like flipping the bird with the Green Lantern. So many complaints about that.
Insane.
And they're talking about and I'm like, what?
I legit think there's a chance, like, because again, like, this is a different Green Lantern. If people are complaining, like, being like, oh, they're just on Green Lantern and not realizing that it's people. My only make fun of is people who claim like, oh, it's not like the comics and don't realize that it's actually a different Green Lantern.
It's 100% the comics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.